professional. He's the boss man. Speaking of Andy Cohen, Miss Moore. You guys know my friend Kenya Moore. Miss Moore has been speaking out, and she said that her termination from Bravo has nothing to do with Andy. She said the two people that have really fought for her behind the scenes were Porsha Williams and Andy Cohen. Porsha was the only one who spoke out and said, "Hey, why is all this on Kenya? Why is none of this on Brit? Why is Kenya exiting? And by the way, we need Kenya for the show." She also says Andy Cohen was a huge proponent of like, you can't get rid of Kenya. It was above his head when it's legal, Landy. Tisk, tisk, tisk. You have no say. But I love that. I love Kenya. I wish she was still there. Guys, I don't make the rules. I just tell you what has happened here. So Andy and Portia, not to blame for Kenya's termination. She's not so happy with Miss Bailey. You know my friend Cynthia Bailey. Well, she feels very betrayed by Cynthia. She said that Cynthia was her ride or die. She would have trusted Cynthia with Brooklyn. She did trust Cynthia with Brooklyn. She says she told Cynthia her deep, dark secrets, and she feels betrayed as I lose my voice again because Cynthia shared these texts with somebody. She didn't necessarily say on the cast. Who could it be? Crystal Kong Minkoff. Hi, girl. Or is it someone on the cast? She implied that it was someone on the cast. And she said, it's like a double sting for Kenya because A, you betrayed me and shared my private text with someone on the cast. And B, you did this for your own personal gain. Sharing my text with someone on the cast, or she didn't say someone on the cast, but with someone, this mysterious someone, sharing it with this mysterious someone, she says, that it wasn't just a betrayal of Kenya, but it wasn't for her personal gain. It was for Cynthia's personal gain. So what she's implying is not only did Cynthia betray her trust and share these private texts, but she did it for her own personal gain, and she's implying the own personal gain is her role on RHOA. She came back as a friend of. I'm sure she's going to be back next season. And to secure that back and come back another season, Cynthia betrayed Kenya. Now, you can betray people when you're not real friends. That's the name of the game. This is why I always say there are no real friends in this business. If you find one, it's so rare. So your two colleagues on a show and one betrays the other one. Tamara's going to betray, Emily. Emily's going to betray Heather. That's okay. They're not real friends. Give me a fucking break. Apparently, Dorit and Kyle are not even real friends, right? The difference is Kenya and Cynthia were ride or die. And to Kenya, off air for a decade, Cynthia was the real deal. She was not an RHOA friend. She was not a show business friend. She was an actual, real ride or die friend. And that is the difference. So apparently, Cynthia did not feel the same way. She shared these personal texts for her own personal gain to stay on the show, is what Kenya is implying. And to Kenya, Cynthia was the real deal. She says it gutted her. It gutted her what Cynthia did. And by the way, Kenya says, I know where all Cynthia's bodies are buried. I didn't just tell her everything about me. She told me everything about herself. I know every single last secret detail about her past relationships, breakups, I would never share that. Great that she did. I would not do that. I'm not that person. And she says, just what I say, I'm sorry you found it out later than David Yontef Kenya, but she says, even if it comes to two people and she only has two people that are genuine people in her life, and even if one of those genuine people is Brooklyn Daily, she doesn't care. She is done. And so she says, Cynthia, please stop talking about me. I don't want this type of nonsense. I don't want this type of drama in my life. Sounds like something I say. I don't want anything to do with these housewives on a social level. Nothing. It is drama and this and oh, why did you say this on Behind the I will say whatever the fuck I want on Behind the Velvet Rope because my ropers deserve the truth. So I agree with you, Kenya. I've been saying this for years. If I have two people in my life that are real and genuine, well, guess what? I'm blessed. I'd rather have two people. Now I have more than two. Sarah Fraser seems to tell everybody I have 1,000 friends, but I get you, Kenya. I am the same way. That's what life is about. If you have two people that are in your corner and they're genuine, that's all you need. You really don't need anyone except yourself. But she says, even if one of them is Brooklyn, she's just done. She's just done with fake friends. Kenya, I've been saying that for like about the past 5 years since I've been here behind the velvet rope. So stop, Cynthia, she says. And also, let's not forget, let's not, I guess, talk about it. Kenya's being sued by her landlord in other news for $30,000 in unpaid rent for her hair care place, her hair salon, excuse me, and she has countersued. Countersued. So, not really much more to say about that at this point. Let's see what happens with the suit. Kenya Moore, I'm not saying you don't have a case. I'm not saying I don't know all the facts, but here's a warning. Don't become Teresa, the animal across the river. Don't do it, girl. She don't pay her bills. Kim Zolciak, right down the street. She don't pay her. Kenya, come on now, girl. I had higher hopes for you. I hope that you have I think Kenya is claiming that there were repairs and things that were supposed to be done, and that's why she withheld the rent. Kenya, I hope you got a good reason. I love you. I'm a fan, Kenya, but come on now. Don't become Kim Zolciak and don't become the animal across the river. Her and Louis owe $3 million. Don't do it, Kenya. You're better than that. You're better than that. Messy G, speaking of across the river, she had a tornado go right through her shore house. Well, let me tell you something. Over here in the Hamptons, we haven't had any tornadoes. It's just been hot as all fuck. I'm so fucking over this. You want to hear this? You want to hear this? What day is it? Sunday? This past Wednesday, all of a sudden, I'm like, why is it so fucking hot in my house? The fucking air conditioning breaks. Now, since I bought this place, which is over a year, over 2 years, I've been saying, yeah, I gotta call the people. Yeah, like you get a contract, they come service it twice a year. There's been a lot of things other that I've had to do here. I just got new trees, blah, blah, blah. The condo association said, girl, don't you think you should get new trees? I'm like, just fucking come out and say it. Stop being passive aggressive. We had a little fight. There was stuff in the bylaws. We could go to court over what it means to keep your backyard in first class condition. I don't have time for that. I did want new trees. I've been talking about it forever. Anyway, thank God the air conditioning place came the next day for me because my neighbor, her air conditioning broke 18 fucking $1,000 for the whole new thing. I was ready for that. Thank God we just had to fix it. They came the next morning. They're like, what's too early for you? I wake up at 4 a.m. The guy came to my door at 5 a.m. on Thursday morning. He's like, I can't believe I'm here. I'm like, you asked how early. Here you are. Anyway, Messy G had a tornado through her house. Messy G is not getting such good reviews from Junior G. You know my friend Junior G, little Gia. She is girl.